Hey, it's Ashley. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to my channel. You know you want to. It's so easy. Just click below. Today, I'm recapping the previous episode of the Courageous Worth podcast, which was the second half of my conversation with April Garcia. April is an international business advisor, performance coach, and speaker on strategy and mindset. She's a host of April Garcia's Pivot Me podcast and creator of the breakthrough digital course on time management called Multiply Me. I hope that you were taking notes during this podcast episode because there were so many great things that April shared that are tips and tricks that can really create some massive change in our lives. And I think clearly it's almost like she was just sharing so much of all the skill set she has that gave us just a really good taste of what it's like to work with her and all these different things that she has to offer her clients. So I want to say that if anything that she mentioned that you are thinking, man, April could really help me out, please go check out everything that she's mentioned. She has that free course. She has all these different things she offers. So go check it out. If you really were liking everything that she was saying, it was really speaking to you. I want to dive in a little deeper into talking about the narrative we tell ourselves and also about this negative self-talk. It's all related. It's about, this whole idea of what vision you're putting forth and how sometimes we are our own worst enemies. You can look at, a glass and see, is the water half full or half empty? And as silly as that sounds, it really does make a big difference. And so my challenge to you right now is to really think, what are the narratives that I'm telling myself? Pick an area of your life. It could be work, it could be home, it could be a friendship. But what is the narrative I'm telling myself? And I think this is especially powerful when it's something that we want in life. Maybe you are trying a new hobby. Maybe you are pursuing a new job or starting a business or trying to incorporate more things into your life that are different than what you have now. But immediately you get hit with these thoughts of, why am I doing this? What was I thinking? I'm not going to be able to do this. No one needs me. I mean, the thoughts that you have going on in your head. And I'm sure that you're not the first person to ever have those thoughts because we all deal with that. But the amazing thing is that you can change it. A lot of it is just being very clear with having a no tolerance policy for those thoughts living long-term in your brain. They are going to pop in. We're human. But when they do, quickly find a way to get rid of them. Be like, no, I don't allow you to live here right now. In no way is that serving you. And that is such a great question to ask is, how is this serving me? How is me thinking, oh, I could never achieve this. No one needs me. Oh, there's plenty of people doing this. None of that serves you. And ask how, what are things that will help you get to where you want to go? Believing it's possible is a huge part of that. And so my hope is that you would think of what areas in your life are you dealing with a lot of negative self-talk, self-criticism, and some of it can also be criticism from other people. I'll tell you that one of the most amazing things of being an entrepreneur, starting my own business, is that I know that people probably think that I'm crazy in some ways, and that's fine. You are taking big leaps of faith continually, and you're fighting for what you believe is needed from you and that you want to do. I want to share these messages with you. I want to share these messages with anyone I come across. And that means me constantly pushing and learning new ways to get my message out there clearer and better and faster and all these different things. And that takes work. And a lot of times that means I'm falling down on my face. I'm realizing things that don't work, but they're all geared towards me getting to where I want to be to help people. And so I want to say to you right now, if you have a dream, a goal, something that you have just had this negative talk on replay, I want you to stop. If you were a kid in the 80s like me, take out that tape. If you're a kid in the 90s, take out that CD. If you're a kid now, I guess just push the next button on your phone. But don't allow that anymore. Be like, I'm not going to allow this thought to be here. Instead, you need to then replace it. Replace it with thoughts that are empowering. Replace it with thoughts that are going to help you get to where you need to go. And sometimes it's having that thought, that sentence somewhere where you can easily access it. Perhaps it's on your phone. Perhaps it's in a piece of paper you see every day or a note in your car. And sometimes it's something you need to say to yourself over and over again because we let this negative self-talk just go on autopilot most of the times. Those are those thoughts that we aren't holding captive that are just going. And so we have to be deliberate and we have to take drastic action because our default is to let those negative thoughts just come in and go crazy, have free reign, and wreak havoc. It's the honest truth. So replace those thoughts with positive thoughts, with encouraging thoughts, with ones that are supporting where you want to go. And if you ever need a little more encouragement, come back and listen to this episode and hear this especially. I believe in you. I believe that what is on your heart, that what you are drawn to do and you feel passionate about is needed. There may be tons of other people doing similar things, and that's okay because the way that they do it is the way that some people are going to relate to it, and the way that you do it is the way that other people are going to relate to it. There is someone right now looking for someone to relate to them in the way that only you can. I don't know what that road looks like for you to get to where you want to go, but believe that if that is a burning desire in your heart, even if it's maybe one that you've kind of tried to snuff out a little bit, but it still keeps on burning because it's meant to be something that you're a part of, follow that. If I can help encourage you in any way, please reach out. I love helping people follow their dreams and become more alive. That wraps up this recap. Here is the connection info, or check the description below for clickable links. If you haven't already listened to part 2 of our full conversation, then make sure to listen to the previous episode. I would love to know any takeaways that you had from this recap, so please comment below. It would also mean the world if you would give this episode a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Tune in next Tuesday for a new interview with my next inspiring guest. Until next time, remember that you are valuable and desperately needed in this world.